Okay, we're back. Um, so welcome back. Today we'll be doing a tier list ranking. So let me just set it up here. Um, Actually, let me set some more things up. I am your host, Spanish Galleon, and thank you for thank you for joining me. Um, so I wanted to do a tier list ranking, and if you don't know what a tier list is basically a place where you rank, your favorite things, or you get a prompt and you rank them to the best of your ability. S tier being this is the thing you want the most, and then F tier if you have one being the thing you want the least to do with. Today I'm going to be going over some K-pop female idols. Uh, I have, let me count them. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. 12 K-pop girl groups. I think all of them are current. And with their members ranging anywhere from 3 to 9. Okay, so here we are. The reasoning is because I just love K-pop girls. No, I K-pop. There's a meme. Yeah, let me see if I can find it on my phone real quick. But there's this meme where it's like, uh, it's Garfield. Yeah, it's this meme right here. I don't know if you can really see it, but it says, John, accepted. It's a fact. K-pop isn't a music genre. It's a cultural sinkhole. You're actively worsening society as a whole with your degeneracy, idolizing and worshiping generic, auto-tuned artists based on their identity instead of their musical talent harms the global music industry. Ever heard of an ugly K-pop singer? I don't think so, John. Your support of this industry propagates harmful beauty standards across impressionate youth worldwide, which leads to poor mental health and eating disorders. Do you want that, John? Didn't think so, a-hole. Um, but yeah, that's basically the only reason why I even know about K-pop is because the girls are hot, and I'm a visual learner. So I want to do this tier list so that I basically look at the girl, think if she's hot or not, and then rank her. Now, again, because there's no such thing as an ugly K-pop idol, we're gonna do S tier, A tier, B tier, and the not interested tier. Interested tier. So no girl here is below. No girl here is ugly, and the tier list goes as follows. S tier is an idol I would love to talk to if given the opportunity. Like if given the opportunity, I would just try to talk to them. Like that's who I'd want to be with essentially. If not verbally, then at least just in their space. I just want to talk to them because I think they're gorgeous or something. A tier is I would like to talk to them, but I'm not gonna make an effort to talk to them. B tier is I'm okay with talking to them, but I don't really care. It's only above not interested because I'm kind of interested. And then not interested is I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're ugly. I'm not saying they're talentless. I'm just saying I'm not interested in them. They just don't do it for me. Um, okay. Whew, sorry. I thought something happened, but uh, let's get started. So we're gonna go and we're gonna start with the girl group aespa or aspa. aespa, I think. So Giselle. She's pretty, but that's about it. I don't know too much other than all these girls have like fandoms and people who really enjoy them. I, on the other hand, I don't particularly care about the fandoms or their music abilities. It's just, are they hot? And I try to choose pictures that were very flattering to them or were very, I don't know, iconic as well. Just anything to make them appealing. Which is funny because I went on Pinterest to get a bunch of these photos, and if they're not like cutesy photos, then they're like concert photos, which means they kind of look like sluts or whores, and like, wow, wow, that's what does that really say? That they either look like princesses or like perverts or prostitutes, I should say. Women are right being objectified as long as they make money off of it. So that's aespa's Giselle. I hope I apologize if I mispronounce it. Oh, next is Karina. Karina's an A tier because she's well known. I even know of her. I haven't listened to any aespa songs. I apologize if I can't pronounce Korean. I don't speak Korean at all. But I know Karina much more, and when I look at Giselle, when I look at Karina, I like Karina more. So, Karina's an A tier. Ning Ning. Ning. I'm not saying she's not pretty, but or whatever. I'm just slightly interested in Ning Ning, but I. And then Winter. Winter, she's cute. She's like a doll. I just honestly don't care about Winter. But those are the aespa girls. Or aspa girls. Aespa. Again, this is not hate against any one of the girls. This is simply purely visual. Do I find them attractive enough to want to talk to them? Yes or no? And then yes is S, A, or B, and then no is not interested. Certain girl groups here are just going to be all A tier because next up we have Blackpink, and I do like Blackpink. I have listened to some Blackpink songs, and all the girls in Blackpink are going to be A tier and above. None of them are below B tier. I have listened to some Blackpink songs, and they're not bad. I don't think they're. I mean, as the meme says, I don't think they're anything special. They're kind of just generic, but the girls are hot. That's the only thing I could say. The girls are hot. Next up, we have my queen Jisoo. She's funny. She's smart. She's charismatic. She's kind. She's realistic. She's a queen. She's a literal queen. I mean, anyone would be lucky to have her as a wife, but she's literally wife material. She's a queen. I love Jisoo. I love Jisoo so much. Or I technically know it's like that, but I'm old. I like this. So Jisoo is S tier without a doubt. Without a doubt. Next up we have Lisa. Now Lisa is A tier as well. I know that each one of the girls, Jenny, Jisoo, Lisa, and we'll see here shortly, Rose, they all have solo careers. I don't really care for their solo careers. I like them better as Blackpink, but Lisa has some assets to her, so A tier again, A tier. And we have Rose, A tier. And those are the Blackpink girls, which again, none of the girls are below A tier for me, visually at least. And I've gotten to know them, so it's much more than just aespa's visuals. Next, we have Dreamcatcher's Dami. I've never listened to Dreamcatcher. I didn't even know they were a real girl group until I made this video. or made this made had the idea for this live stream. So I mm, yeah, she's pretty. I'm not interested. That's all. No, nothing. No ulterior motives. Next we have Gayun. Uh, Again, I've never heard of Dreamcatcher before. I'm only going based off visuals, and I'm just not interested in Gayun. I'm not saying she isn't pretty or she isn't talented, but I'm just not interested. Uh, Next up, Handong. Sorry, move it a little closer. I don't know about this one. I feel like I kind of want to be slightly interested, but I just when I look at Dami, Gayun, and Handong, same with Winter, I just don't feel anything. I mean, they're pretty. Don't get me wrong, but there's not. I mean, when I look at Jenny, or Lisa, or Rose, there's something more. I'm looking at them, and there's something attracting me to them. When I look at Dami, or Gayun, or Handong, I mean, they're pretty, but nothing is pulling me towards them. So I'm not interested. Uh, GU, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Uh, Not really interested in GU. She's pretty. She's pretty. Um, Sion, she's interesting to me. I'm not saying that I find her attractive or anything. I mean, she's pretty, sure. But there's something more than just the physical that attracts me to her. So Sion, yeah. Sua or Shua? No, Sua. Again, same thing. She's pretty, but the pretty and there's something interesting about her. Or something that interests me about her. So moving on. Yo Yeon. I'm sure all the Dreamcatcher girls make banger music. I'm just not interested. And as I mentioned, those are the Dreamcatcher girls. I'm not I don't really particularly care for Dreamcatcher. I've never heard of them before this. So yeah, I don't know. Next is G Idol or Idol, and we have Minnie, who, judging by her picture, eh, not necessarily interested. She's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. I'm just not interested. Um, then we have Mieon. Mieon is pretty and therefore kind of interesting because she's really pretty. To me, I mean, this is all my personal taste and this is all subjective anyway. Shua, pretty. And if I had a chance, I would like to talk to her. If I'm not mistaken, she gained a bunch of aura, and this is how I know. She gained a bunch of aura by being in a Korean like award ceremony and speaking Mandarin and the crowd going wild and impressing everyone. So it'd be interesting to talk to her. So if I ever had the opportunity, I'd like to. It also helps that she's pretty and stuff. But Yeah, just want to say hi. Um, so that's G Idol or Idol Sua. Soyeon, she pretty enough, um, to where she's interesting, but it's purely visuals. So it's visuals. I'm looking at her. She's pretty, right? But something's drawing me to her, and I'm pretty sure most of that is visual anyway. So, and then finally Yuki. Yuki, I don't think I did her justice, but it was either this or having her look like a prostitute. And I'd rather not. I'd rather see the best in people. Where is Yuki? What did she look like? Oh, this one. So again, oh, never mind. I'm just not interested. So, nothing. Just she's pretty. I'm not interested. And that is G Idol or Idol. Uh, and then next up we have another girl group who all of them for me are A tier without a doubt. Um, Next we have Itzy. We have Cheryong first. Where is she? Where is she? Um, Cheryong is really pretty, and I know a little bit about Itzy lore, and I know a little bit about Itzy, the girl group, their fans, and their music. I have listened to some of their songs as well, which is why they're all A tier because I know a little bit more about them. And what draws me is they'll have lives or videos or whatever, and they'll show off a day in their life essentially, and or what they're doing that particular day. And the girls are just hilarious, and they mesh so well, and they're honestly comedians. So they have beauty, talent, and humor, or beauty, talent, and brains. So it's kind of hard not to be kind of attracted to that, because as the visuals fail you, they have so much more to offer. At least that I know of. Again, I'm sure aespa, Dreamcatcher, and G Idol all have similar things, but there we go. Next up is Leah. Leah. Leah's nice. She's she's pretty. She's funny, and again, she meshes well with the girls. I don't know too much about Leah, but she's pretty, and she's part of ITZY, which their fandom is called Midzy, which is interesting because it's like mid, but regardless. Um, nope, not that one. Next we have Ryunjin. Ryunjin, I feel like is the either her or another girl by the name of Yeji are the sort of it girls of the group. They're the bad bishes of the group. So you can't go wrong with Ryujin. And she's also kind of like, again, she's a bad bish. So I don't I don't think lesser of her. She's pretty and she's a baddie. What's hard to like about that? Next up we have my queen, my idol. We have Yeji. Yeji is S tier. Yeji is just. I chose this photo because it shows off one, she's sexy. She's like really, really beautiful, really gorgeous. But two, she's just so kind and passionate as well. Obviously, you can't really see a lot with the face being cut off, but her she's just her face says welcome. It's like welcome home, honey, while her body says hey, baby. I can't explain it, but she's hot, but she's also more than that, and that's like really attractive. Ugh. I mean, when God created the heavens and the earth. He created all of creation in 6.5 days. He only took off half a day because after he created Yeji, he knew he made one of the most beautiful things ever. Oh my gosh. This is the type of girl you see at an airport and then just never see again. Michelangelo could create David, the statue of David, but Michelangelo could never sculpt. Michelangelo could sculpt a David, but Michelangelo could never sculpt a Yeji. She's just beautiful. Pygmalion, when he created Galatea, he was creating Yeji. No, when Pygmalion wanted a wife, he created his own statue and asked the goddess Aphrodite to bring it to life, but the goddess rejected his first statue because it was Yeji, and it would have surpassed her in beauty. Woo-hoo! I'm cooking. I gotta work on them, but yeah, enough said about Yeji. And finally, Yuna. That Yuna? No, that's not Yuna. That's me. That's Yuna. Yeah, A tier. Again, she's part of ITZY. She isn't terrible. She's pretty cute, honestly, and that's awesome. I don't. I know the girls. A lot of K-pop girls act like bad bitches, but they all also have a cutesy side to them, and you know, it's weird because, like I mentioned, half the photos that I saw were princessy types, very picturesque, very wow, they're adorable. The other half were them performing, and they kind of dress like sluts. So it's a weird dynamic. I don't want to say that they're not human enough to not have a pretty side, but realistically, that's more of a show than what their true nature is. I'm not saying it isn't indicative of what they look like behind the scenes, but a camera is being pointed at your face. You're not going to be making crass jokes all the time. So, anyway, that is ITZY. Again, none of the girls are below an A tier. Next, we have IVE. Then we have Gale. I'm not interested in Gale or at all. IVE in general, I know of them because of one of them, but we'll get to her when we get to her. Liseo. Nope. No, thank you. Just pretty, but I'm not interested in that. Liz. Give her a B tier. She's a little bit more prettier. Not me objectifying women. Ray. I know Ray is popular. Well, I know Ray is popular, but I'm alright, Chief. I am alright. And next we have Miss Korea herself, Wonyoung. S tier or A tier, but S tier because she looks elegant. She's really, from what I've seen, really relatable. The kind of princess type, the wife type, or at least the girlfriend type. But oh my gosh, does she have a banging body? Like, she's the visual. And she's Miss Korea. She's literally Miss Korea. Yeah, so there's nothing more that I can say about Wonyoung other than she's got it going on. And then Yujin. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind, but she's just prettier. And that is IVE. I hope I'm saying it right. Next is La Seraphim. Again, another girl group that I cannot put below an A tier. None of the girls are below an A tier. And of course, we start off strong with my girly pop, Chaewon. Oh, what can be said about Chaewon that hasn't already been said? Chaebron. Oh, you know LeBron Silencer? Huh, huh, ah. Oh my gosh, yeah. With Seraphim Lakers. Jeez. Um, she's cute. She's sexy. She's funny. She's quiet, or at least she gives off the impression of being quiet and reserved as well. I just the complete package. Oh my gosh. Um, Next we have Unche, the baby of a seraphim. She's not bad. If she wasn't part of the seraphim, I wouldn't really care. But because she is, I know they're all the seraphim members are all comedians to one degree or another, and Yunche is just a savage maknae. So she's growing on me, is what I'm trying to say. Then we have Kazuha. Oh, Miss Nakamura. What can I say about Kazuha that hasn't already been said? She's beautiful. One thing that I will say is that I do have to go back and update the tier list because if they are an idol who was born in Japan, aka Japanese idol, but in a Korean group, they automatically get A plus citizenship. I don't know what it is, but like the top 7 or 10 Japanese girls in K-pop groups, they're all banging. They're all pretty. They're all hot. They're all talented, and they're funny. Like there's something about them other than just their beauty. So I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with I just am fascinated with Japan, and I don't know, but if she's a Japanese idol, she's automatically A tier. So I do have to go back and choose out Japanese idols because I don't know their names apart from a few. But yeah, any J line in a group, automatic A tier. Which leads us to our next girl, which is Sakura. Now, in Le Seraphim, my bias is Sakura. It used to be Chaewon, but now it's Chaewon. It's now between Chaewon, Kaza, and Sakura. Sakura, I just a lot like Jisoo. She's just wife tier. She's funny. She's wild. Where the heck is Saki? She's beautiful. She is the number one or the most popular Japanese female Japanese idol in a Korean group, I think, followed by Momo, Sana, and Mina from Twice. So she is literally Miss Japan in Korea, or the face of Japan in Korea. I don't know how to explain it, but she's the most popular Japanese idol. So much so that she likes to like knit and crochet, and that alone, she did it enough times to where that alone has caused women to be interested in crocheting and knitting again. That the sales have gone up because of her. Like girls are getting into knitting because Saki is getting into knitting, or Kura's getting into knitting. So Sakura's just goaded. Oh, and her birthday is like soon, so happy birthday, Sakura. Um, yeah, she's been an idol for like ever, and she's done everything, and oh my god, oh my gosh, and the lives the girls have with each other and the compilations that the fans make are just absolutely funny. She ate with crumbs. She ate with crumbs. Uh, And then finally, last but not least, we have Yunjin. I don't I don't not like Yunjin. I don't hate her. I don't think she's ugly or anything. She's beautiful, but she's A tier for me. No explanation. She is unique. She is Korean, but she was raised in America, which means she's the go-to English girly there, but she's been teaching the other girls English as well. But she's the most natural when it comes to English. So she has like a lot of talents, and she's a hard worker as well. So A tier is a really great place for her, and that is the Seraphim. Next, we move on to Lightsum, another girl group I'd never heard of before, and I don't know anything about Chowon. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know who Chowon is, and I don't care to know. Um, Hina is Japanese, so Hina gets A tier. That's about it. If she wasn't Japanese, she'd be B tier. But yeah, Sanga is a banging girl. I mean, she gets A tier because she's really hot. She's really hot, so she gets A tier. And then Yoon or what's her name? Yoo Jeon. Yeah, yeah, she gets B tier. And I forgot Ju Yeon. Oh my gosh, where are these girls? Ju Yeon. I'm not. I don't really care for Ju Yeon, and neither do I care for Nai. Pardon me, Nai Young as well. But Sanga and Hina A tier. Hina because she's Japanese, and Sanga because she's really pretty. Um, but yeah, those are the Light Slum girls. I've never heard a song. I didn't even know they existed. It's such a weird name, but yeah. Next up, we have Luna, specifically YYXY. From my understanding, there are like been 3 or 4 different iterations, and YYXY is the latest. Also, because I don't know half the girls here, their pictures, if it's not the right girl or doesn't represent the right girl, I apologize in advance. Um, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, Chu's cute. Chu is cute, so she gets B tier. Um, Go on. I don't care for Eve's. Uh, uh, Maybe pity B tier, and then Olivia. I do find Olivia quite attractive, so A tier. No real reason. No thoughts. Just head empty. But that is Yuna YYXY. Now we move on to NMIX, where we have Bay. Let me look up a picture of Bay. She's pretty, but I just don't feel anything towards her. She's pretty, but yeah. Next up we have Haewon. And I know the girls performed in Brazil recently, and were quite popular there. But I just I don't think any of the NMIX girls are gonna capture my attention. Maybe Kyujin. I was right. Kyujin, just slightly. And again, it's just appearance. I'm not basing it on any fact or any knowledge or anything like that. Um, but We have the last two, which are Lily, who I think I'll put in B tier because she's hot, and Suliyoon, again, same B tier because she's hot, but not hot enough. Well, let me take a look. Let me take a closer look. Yeah, yeah, she's really gorgeous. That's about it. And that is N mix. I apologize for any N mix people in the chat. Um, yeah. Moving on to Red Velvet, we have Irene, who, well, if we look at her, I hate when it does that. Yeah. I would talk to her. What about Joy? Would I talk to Joy? I wouldn't talk to Joy. Or no, Joy would be B tier. Salugi would be A tier. Wendy? Yeah. So Joy would be B tier. Salugi A tier. And this is just visual. None of the Red Velvet girls are ugly. Um yeah, and then Wendy and Cherry, I know they're kind of popular, but B tier for me. And that is Red Velvet. I'm kind of rushing through this, but there's another one we can do. So we do that. These are the ones that I have the most knowledge about, but not complete knowledge on each and every one of them. I just know enough about some of them to where, to me, this is a personal one rather than just a generic one where I'm literally looking at pictures and like, yay or nay. Twice. Now we have the last girl group, Twice, who I recently stumbled upon through YouTube Shorts. I don't even remember how I even got started, but there were some YouTube Shorts, and then I knew some of their music, and I knew that they were. I've seen some shorts, Instagram reels, etc., stuff like that, social media, and I kind of just grew fond of them, and then it's growing to something a little more. I'm not a once, don't think I'm a once, but I'm definitely if you're not, if anything, which is the fandom name for Le Seraphim, but it's a tie because the girl I've gotten to know the girls a little more, and yeah, 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 yeah. So first we have Nayeon. None of them are gonna be in the B tier. So Nayeon is A tier. She's really pretty, and well, the way I describe it is Nayeon would make fun of me a lot. She'd kind of like tease me. But it's kind of hot as well. Then we have I'm gonna butcher her name, Jeongyeon. She would just beat my ass. Pardon my French. She just beat me up. And I'm going in because I know their ages, so I'm going in order of age. So yeah, Jeongyeon would just beat me up. She's not the type to do that, but she just gives all that look. She'd like literally break me in half. Like hot, but like please. And then we have Hirai Momo. I'm telling you, man, that J line, it does something to me. Last year in October, four of the girls from Twice performed at Victoria's Secret fashion show. Neon, Momo, Gio, and Chewy. So that's why they're a bit different. And oh my gosh, it did something. It activated a few brain cells. But yeah, Momo is just a great dancer, and she's a bit of a ditz. Apparently, She has the same MBTI type as I do, or very similar, but it does she doesn't show off as that much. So I don't know what's true or not, but yeah. Um, then we have after Momo, we have Sana, who J line, so A tier anyway. That none of them are below a B tier, but J line specifically A tier. Um, so great, so great. Then we have Geo, who oh Momo would crush my head between her thighs, which is what I want. Sana, it would be too cute for me to do anything functioning. At least my motor skills would just vanish. Geo, Geo is Latina, and unfortunately, I've been traumatized by Latinas. Sorry. She's not Latina. She's Hispanic. I mean, she's Korean. She's like from Korea, but the joke is that she's a Latina baddie. But I don't like to use the word Latino or Latina because it's derogatory. It put it another way, a Frenchman came up with it. I ain't taking no guff from a Frenchman. But in this case, I don't mind its use because again, Geo's quite frequently regarded as a Latina baddie. So she is, but unfortunately, I have, I don't, I've been scarred by Latinas, so I don't think too highly of them. Then after Jiu, we have Mina. Again, J line. She's pretty, but she's like a princess type, and she loves to read subtitles. And I'm not talking about on the screen. So uh, Nayeon would tease me, Jaeyoung would bully me or break me, Momo would crush my head between her thighs, Sana's too cute for me to do anything to function, Gio is a Latina and I'm traumatized, Mina is not in the same room as me because she's too busy reading subtitles. Then we have the uni line, we have the mid line, and now we have the maknae line or the junior line. I forgot what I'm pretty sure it's the maknae line. We have Dayun, who is an eccentric girl. I've seen bits of her audition and just wow. She's she's wow, but her smile is so great. She also has the face of like the what you call it, the dot the cat meme. Let me look it up. She has the same like facial expression as this, which is uncanny. I don't know. So A tier obviously, and then we have Chaeyoung, A tier as well. I feel like realistically she'd be the one to beat the crap out of me. But Jaeyoung would like break me, but she would like bully me like physically, whereas Naeon would just tease me unstoppingly. And then finally we have Chewy, not Japanese, just Taiwanese. But I just I fell in love with her at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Uh, Same thing with Momo. They're just both amazing, and they both are my favorite ship in the Twiceverse. They're both mochi for me. Uh, Technically, you spell out Chewy's name as Tzuyu, but because she's Mandarin, she pronounces it as Chewy. Well, I'm probably mispronouncing how she says it, but Chewy, it reminds me of like my Theo Chewy. So, so I affectionately call her Chewy, even though I've never met her in my life. um, but yeah, that ends twice and our tier list. So, who are the girls I would love, love, love to meet and talk to? Jisoo, solid choice. Yeji, solid choice. Wonyoung, another solid choice. Chaewon, great choice. Kaza, awesome choice. Sakura, resplendent choice. Momo, divine choice. And Chewy, passionate choice. Or holy choice. Oh my gosh. Like any one of these girls looks at me, I basically melt. A tier. I don't know the name of all of the girls, but I would not mind striking up a conversation with them. The majority of these girls are from groups that I know of, such as Blackpink, ITZY, Seraphim, or Twice. Some of them are just they're just there because they're hot, and some of them are there because they're Japanese. B tier. If I met them in public, I'd look at them, maybe take a picture, and then just leave. I mean, if they talk to me, sure, I talk to them back, but yeah, you know. Um, and then they're not interested. They're not ugly. I just don't know enough about them, and they don't attract me physically or visually. They don't attract me, and that is my own personal K-pop girl group tier list. Let me see if I can find another one. No, I don't think so. Okay. We can just chill for a little bit then. But yeah, that is my tier list. I don't think I could upload it. I I'd have to sign in and make an account. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill for a little bit. Um, so if you came here, the stream's basically over. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Sorry about last time. It just blew up and nothing occurred. Don't know what happened there. My my computer just decided to restart. Thank you, Windows, so much. Um, let's talk about what's coming up. More videos are coming up. Three of them. Again, one is a vlog. I need to finish editing that. I'll be done hopefully by the end of the week, if not the weekend. And then afterwards, a couple quick edits, an unboxing for one, a tutorial for another. I might just make some quick videos here as well and just spitball some ideas. So, at the very least, a video in March for sure, but don't know about other videos as well. Mm, lately, I've been working a lot, and that's fine and all, but it doesn't leave a lot of time for me to pursue other things as well. I obviously, if I had to choose between a steady income and content creation, I'd have to choose a steady income. It allows me to record when I want it, how I want, what I want to talk about, without fear of someone coming behind me and bonk. I also can game, and yeah, my setup is not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So knock on wood. That thank you Thank you, Lord, for providing. Um, but yeah, Wednesday we'll do Blasphemous. We'll just try to finish up as much as the map as possible and just end it. I didn't know that Miriam's Trials were DLC. If I knew that, I would have done them. I thought they were part of the game, so I'm gonna look up what is and what isn't DLC. Um, and hopefully by Saturday we finish Blasphemous for sure. After that, there are games I'm gonna buy. So I was thinking, and I came across these games. One of them is called. Let me pull it up. Those who rule, no. I was going through my games last night and getting rid of some, but I found some good ones as well. What is this? This is a dumb game. Oh my goodness. Such a dumb game. No, it's not Silent Hill F. I hate Foids. Okay, I guess I have to look at my wish list. Aggressors, Ancient Rome is one, and then Imperium's Greek Wars is another. So I'm gonna look up some videos on if they're good games or not, and then once we finish Blasphemous, we'll do that. But yeah, if there are other game recommendations for me, please let me know. So my stream schedule will be Mondays from about 5:30 to 5:45 PST until I finish. So hopefully 2 hours. This one was a bit weird because I was doing a time trial and it was DLC and I tried. I really did try. It just got too annoying. Um, Mondays from about 5:30. We'll say 5:30, but 5:45 at the latest PST until 7:30 PST. So a couple hours. Wednesday, same thing as well, 5:30 PST to 7:30 PST. Fridays, it depends. If I have something to do, I'm not gonna stream. So Fridays is my off. It's not my off day. Tuesdays, Thursdays are my off days. But Fridays is one of those days where I could stream, I probably won't. And then Saturdays, in the morning. Gosh, I don't know. As soon as I get up, so maybe 9 or 10 a.m. PST until a few hours later, 4 hours later or so. And then Sunday is rest day. So yeah. No gains videos. All right, so with the gains video, I'm almost done with one of the members, one of the families, but I realize I'm getting into the late Republic. So I did 3 parts, and the last part, I have 2 more branches of the family left, and there's just so much to talk about and so many sources to go through that I'm considering going back again. And what I'll do this time is, well, I'm considering it. I'm not saying I would do it. I want to finish all the Amelii first, but then when I go back to the beginning, the closer you are to the basically the start of the Roman Empire, the late Republic, the more sources there are. So the more you have to sift through. But the farther back you go, closer to the age of the kings, the less you have to, or the beginning of the Republic, the less sources you have to go off of. So it's a lot more quicker and life like that. So what I was thinking of, instead of doing one family tree all the way down, I have 4, 5 family trees, and member. So I'll go by year, and there's 2 consoles. One of the members is on there, and then write them down. And the next year, another member, but a different family, write them down, etc., etc., etc. I think that'll increase my workload and how many gains videos I could publish, because I can then have I can then be in, I don't know, 400, no, I could then be in, the beginning of the first century, second century BC, so the 200s BC, and then I could have 4 videos ready that covers everything before, from the beginning of the Republic until the years before the Punic Wars, or the end of the Italian Wars or campaigns. I think it's a solid plan, and it'll really improve the production of gains videos. But the format will still be the same. I, I have to power through one of these weekends and finish the Amelia branch, or Amelia family, but it's just so much, chief, and I work, and I'd have to take a week off streaming and just focus on the research. That's a week. Then focus on recording, maybe a weekend of full recording. My voice is gonna get tired, but it'd be worth it. I get it through it. So until then, that's all I have. I'm gonna get going here in a second, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Please check out the channel for videos. And as always, I've been your host, Spanish Scallion. Viva Cristo Rey. Arriba Hispanidad. Adelante Hispanos. Adios, vuestras mercedes. Have a wonderful rest of your day.